desert wind never stopped in Al Karim Valley, whispering over dunes, hissing against broken stone, and carrying rumors farther than any radio signal. That's how Lieutenant Sarah Iqbal first heard his name, the Ghost of Basra, a legendary assassin who never missed, never hesitated, and never left a witness alive. Now, Command said, he was somewhere out there, exactly 3,000 yards away. Sarah adjusted her scope, her breath steady despite the tremor in her fingers. This was her first real mission. No simulations, no instructors correcting her posture, no second chances, just her rifle, and a man who had ended more lives than she could count. Around her, the rest of the unit had already pulled back. This wasn't their fight anymore. It was a sniper's duel. Before leaving, her commander had told her, "You don't beat a legend by being better, you beat him by being different." At first, she didn't understand how she could outshoot someone so experienced, someone who treated distance like a suggestion. She lay prone on the ridge, the desert stretching endlessly between her and the crumbling tower where intelligence said he was hiding, 3,000 yards away, where even the slightest wind shift could send a bullet drifting off course by meters. Sarah watched the tower through her scope, but she didn't search for movement because that was exactly what he would expect. The ghost hunted hunters and would be watching her just as carefully, waiting for the smallest mistake, a glint of light, a twitch of fabric, a breath held too long, so she did something unexpected and lowered her rifle. Minutes passed, then an hour, as the sun climbed higher, baking the sand and blurring the horizon. Sweat trickled down her neck, but she didn't wipe it away. Instead, she studied the wind patterns, the way heat bent light, and the rhythm of silence itself, deciding that if he was a master of precision, she would become a master of patience. Somewhere across the valley, the ghost waited, having seen countless snipers before, eager, nervous, predictable, who always revealed themselves eventually, but this one was different, not playing by the rules, not firing, not moving, not panicking, just stillness, and it intrigued him. Sarah finally lifted her rifle again, but not toward the tower. Instead, she aimed slightly off, calculating not where he was, but where he might move, remembering her instructor's words that a brilliant sniper hits the decision, not just the target. She exhaled slowly and fired, the crack of the rifle shattering the silence as dust kicked up far to the left of the tower, an obvious miss that would make anyone think she had miscalculated, which was exactly what she wanted. Across the distance, the ghost reacted with a tiny shift, almost invisible, adjusting his position, now confident the rookie had revealed her limits, preparing to end it cleanly like always, but Sarah was already watching for that possibility. The moment she fired the first shot, she wasn't watching where the bullet landed. She was watching the shadow line along the tower's edge, and there it was, a flicker, a fraction of movement, enough. She adjusted her scope, recalculated for wind, distance, and elevation, and this time she didn't hesitate. Her second shot cut through the air like a whisper, and across 3,000 yards, two minds collided in a single instant, as the ghost realized too late that this wasn't a correction shot but the real one, and the bullet struck true. Silence returned to the valley, heavier now. Sarah didn't celebrate or move immediately. She kept her scope trained on the tower, confirming what she already knew, that the legend was gone. When she finally stood, the wind carried something different, not whispers of fear, but the quiet acknowledgement of a new story. Back at base, they would call it an impossible shot and talk about distance, skill, and luck. But Sarah knew the truth. She hadn't beaten the ghost by being better. She had beaten him by refusing to play his game, and in the end, that made all the difference.